Hi there, thank you for joining me. I'm going to switch the screen around. I am Rosalind Yukich and I blog at A Little R&R, and you can find me at www.ros as in Sam ILINDJUKIC.com, and there I blog basically to women. Hi Deb, it's so great that you joined me today. And so I blog to women, I blog to moms, I blog about homeschooling, I blog topics about faith, and thank you for the hearts. Thank you guys, thank you so much for joining me. And so, hello Hassan. And so today I'm talking about my most stressful day of the day. Hi Seema, hi. Oh my goodness, everybody's joining me. Good morning. Oh, hey Amy, I'm so glad you're here. Yay. So, yeah, and Amy probably is going to relate to what I'm talking about because she and I talk a lot about kids and about our homes and our families. And so today I'm talking about my most stressful time of the day. So, good morning, Deb. I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Oh my goodness, everybody's joining me this morning. Oh, that's great. Well, it's this morning for y'all. It's the afternoon for me. And so before we get started, I just want to let you know, if you want to invite somebody to the scope, you can. You just click on this little person down in the corner, and it will take you to a screen where you can invite people or tweet about it. But take a moment and tell me what your most stressful time of the day is. Maybe it's dinner prep, maybe it's getting through dinner time, maybe it's rushing out the door to take kids to sports practices, maybe it's morning or bedtime. I know bedtime is stressful for a lot of moms. So tell me what your most stressful time of the day is, and then I'm going to share with you my most stressful time of the day and what I'm doing about it. Now, I will just preface what I'm going to say with the fact that this is, when everybody says mommy, oh my goodness, yes, mom, hey mom, mom, and you're like, I'm changing my name. I'm not going to be called mom anymore. I'm not telling anybody what it is. Man, have I been there. So I want to preface what I'm going to say with the fact that I'm doing an experiment. So what I'm doing is an experiment. Today is the first day of the experiment. This is day one. And so this is what I'm doing about it. Whether or not it's going to work, that remains to be seen. But I don't do stress very well. And I realized yesterday that this particular time of the day was so overwhelming for me that I needed to do something about it, because it was becoming not just overwhelming for me, but for my whole family. So this is what it is. It's nap time. Nap time for me is overwhelmingly the most stressful thing that I do. And primarily with my youngest, he's extremely active, very, very, very hyper child. And so, it's not enough. I can't just put him in the room and just say, go to bed, because, that's just, I can do that with my oldest. He'll lay there and he'll be quiet. My youngest, he'll just, get up and run around, and, he's strong-willed, very strong-willed. And so I have ended up sitting next to him for the entire nap time. Nagging, and my stress levels just rise and rise and rise until they're at levels where they're about to burst. So I decided yesterday that we have to bring it to a stop and do something else, because it's not working. So as you all know, I started last week, Andre, I started Screen-Free Mornings. And so we have not been turning on the TV all morning long, and that's been really great. It's really helped to keep the atmosphere here a little calmer, and they've become more creative in their play. And so I decided that what we could do is we could go ahead and turn on, for now we're doing a cartoon. They have to lay on the couch, and they have to lay quietly and rest. Today is the first day, so it's not turning out quite so well, but we'll get used to it. We will. No. When the kids are home, Deb says when the kids are home, I was getting up with them and now taking care of an elderly mom. Yeah, you know what? That has to be so stressful. That I just can't imagine, because it's different than taking care of children, because it's a parent. And so it's like a role reversal. And I imagine that would be extremely stressful. So this is kind of what we're doing. The kids are watching Bible Man right now. So here we are. We are on the couch. I brought out their blankets and their pillows, and so they're laying there. And for the most part, they've been really good. For the most part, it's gone fairly well. So my goal is, because this is graveyard shift for my husband, and so also that kind of complicates things a little bit because our house is small, and so. I'm also, the other thing that I'm doing is I'm putting them down earlier. I'm putting them down at between 7 and 7:30 to sleep. Can I have two children back? Yeah, I know. I bet. So I'm putting them down at between 7 and 7:30 because also I think we've been facing a bit of a sleep deficit. My youngest gets up between 6:30 and 7, and with him not napping and getting up early, and then plus I get him up twice in the middle of the night to go potty because we're potty training still. Well, we're nighttime training. We got daytime pretty much covered. He doesn't get a lot of sleep. He doesn't get enough sleep, and so yesterday was pretty much over the top for everything. He was extremely sleep deprived, and was just wild and crazy. So I'm trying that, and so that's going to be our experiment. We're doing it for a month to give it a try, seeing early bedtimes, and then I'm actually going to try after a week or two to try nap time again when he's a little bit more, like he's caught up on a little bit more sleep, and see if that will help with the sleep, with the nap times. But if it doesn't, we're just going to cancel nap times and just go with the early bedtime. And that dropping naps has helped my stress level. Now it's just early to bed. You'll do well. I hope so. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? Today, and I will have to say today, I have noticed that because I wasn't anticipating that nap time, I was a lot calmer, and because I had a plan, I knew what I was going to do. It was a lot calmer around here, and I think that it helped to relieve that stress of like, let's get school. We've got to get school done before 12 because they have to go to bed by 12. And even though we were done with school a lot earlier than usual, we got on our day a lot earlier. Even though that too was a little bit odd because I actually slept in today. So I'm not quite sure how that happened, but I think a part of it was me not anticipating that stress coming up, and it just made me calmer, and so I was able to just kind of, I was able to handle myself better. So yeah, today has been a lot better, and so, it was nice to know that, if we ran a little later with school, it was okay. No screen helps a lot. It does help a lot. It helps a whole lot because I'm not constantly procrastinating during my day, going, okay, just one more cartoon, while I throw a load in, or I get the potatoes peeled, or I do this, or I do that. And then, then school gets pushed back and gets pushed back and gets pushed back. Deb says, really love and honor mother, but the children were a lot easier. I was the parent. And that's exactly what I think too. And it has nothing to do with not loving or honoring your mom. It's just hard with that role reversal, having to make the decisions and having, to do things for them that usually a parent does for a child, but knowing this is your mom. And so it's a balance of that love and that honor, but then, having to, fulfill that role of sort of like as a parent in a sense where it's, it's all reversed. And I can just imagine how difficult that has to be. I don't envy you at all, although I know that that's probably going to come up for us, and probably not very long from now, with my husband's parents. They're both kind of ailing a bit, and so I imagine that's pretty much in our future, not too far from now. So yeah, that is my most stressful time of the day, nap time. And so what I'm doing, I canceled nap time at least for the foreseeable future, and we're going with the rest time in the living room. Also, I have to say, one thing also that made it stressful is I am a work-at-home mom, and so having to sit on the bed next to my son cut into my work schedule, and so then I was constantly behind in work, and being behind in work meant I was having to stay up later and work at night, which I usually try to reserve night time, after they go to bed, for my time to just kind of decompress and to kind of relax, because I also suffer with, I think my youngest gets his sleep issues from me because I've never been a good sleeper. And so I need, I try to decompress so that I can at least get a better quality sleep than what I normally get. But that wasn't working because I was having to work after they go to bed. And, anticipating the fact that I knew I was working until 10, 11, 12 at night to get my work done, that really just amped the stress up even more. And so with this, while they're resting, then I can work like I'm doing my scope right now. Which, for those of you who follow me on Periscope, is why I have not been scoping in the afternoons, is because of that, because I wasn't able to. I was sitting next to my son in bed, trying to get him to go to sleep, watching the time tick by. And so canceling nap time enables me to be able to get my work done. It still gives them a rest time where they might not be sleeping, but they're still resting, and it tones the stress down in our home. And so that, plus an early bedtime, also gives me a little bit more time to kind of decompress. And if I have a little bit of work left in the evening, it's not a big deal because I have an extra hour in my evening time to be able to get that done and still get my time to kind of, calm down before bed. So anyway, that's what I'm doing, and I will be checking back to let you guys know how it goes. Amy says, now that they're older and reading, I have them grab a book and it's quiet time. Yes. And I think that we'll be able to get there with my youngest pretty soon. We all still need a separation. We do. I think everybody, they still need that time to, just a quiet time in the day. We need that. Adults need that. I mean, how much more children need that? And so, I think that pretty soon we're in that 3-year-old stage where it's just like, they say terrible twos. And apparently no one came up with a moniker for the threes because it's like way worse. 3-year-old is just, oh wow, 2-year-old on steroids. And so we're still in that phase, and I think once we get out of this phase, then we will be able to work on doing everyone a quiet time in their own bed. And just kind of, triple threat threes. See, there you go. See, no one else thought of that. You're totally genius. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. So that's what it is. I'm looking forward to that time where I can say, okay, kids, grab a book, go to your bed, go to your beds, read your books, do puzzles or whatever in your bed, but it's quiet time. For the most time, for now, I have to monitor it. It has to be heavily monitored. So they're on the couch where I can monitor it. And since we haven't done screen time in the morning, I feel okay about right now doing screen time. And we will stop that eventually and do, books and puzzles. But for the most part now, since we don't get it in the morning, we can do it in the afternoon, and I don't feel like a bad mom. And it keeps them quiet. So, well, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you all for chiming in. I love it. I love it that you guys chime in and comment and everything because it's helpful, and I just love the conversation of it. That's why I like Periscope, because we can converse, and it's not just me talking to a video screen, which is why I never did vlogging so well. I only did it when I had to, and when I had to, it was pretty much like a ball of nerves. This is so much funner because it's interactive. I love it. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope to be back on tomorrow morning. Well, I will be back on tomorrow morning, my time, which will be evening y'all's time. Catching up on my devotions, I'll be talking about 1 John 5 and 2 John. For my Good Morning Girls, I opted to get a little bit more rest today since this past week has been really stressful. And it was a good choice for me. It was a good choice. I actually slept better last night than I have in a long time. So that was really good. If y'all know my history with my health, you know that that's a really, really good thing. And so I really thank the Lord for that. And so I will see you guys later. And if you're on Facebook, you can look me up on Facebook, because I'm on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Rosalind Yukic, or ROSILINDJUKIC, just like my blog. I'm also on Pinterest, a little R&R, and it's the same moniker for Pinterest and for Twitter, by the way. So was worried. Oh, you were worried. Oh, yeah, I know. And I will say, as far as Periscope goes, I missed you earlier. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it was me just sleeping in. I probably should have said something, but but yeah, it was kind of a catch up this morning, because once I got up, everyone else was up at the same time, which is, I try to avoid that, because I'm just the kind of person I need like no humanoids around me first thing in the morning, so I can wake up, and then I'm really good when everybody else wakes up. But yeah, with Periscope for me at times is going to be hit and miss because of our work schedule. Well, not my work schedule, my husband's work schedule. So I kind of have to work it in around his schedule, so that I try when he's home to not be on the computer so much. So yeah, that's kind of that. So if you don't see me on, you just know that that's it. Thanks for waking me up. Oh, you're welcome. You're very, very welcome. It's my pleasure. I was just glad to be able to jump on in the afternoon, because the mornings are usually really quiet for me. And so it's kind of like everybody's just listening, and I'm like, oh, I hope they're still here. But the afternoons are a lot funner, because people are more awake and they're more interactive and they're ready to chat. And I missed that this week a lot. I was actually commenting to my friend who's on usually every day, and I was like, I miss the afternoon scopes, because everybody's just so chatty, and the evening ones as well, because everybody's they're all awake and they're chatty and everything. I miss it. So anyway, well, I'm going to jump off of here now, and like I said, I'm on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter. You can look me up there. I'm a little less active on Twitter than I am on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm pretty active. And I'm working on Pinterest. That's something I probably need to scope about pretty soon. How's Finger from the cat? Oh my word. Oh my word. Let's see if you guys can see it. So I still have this hurts. This really, really hurts still today. And this. And then here, yeah, you can. Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah. Whoa, we're falling. Yeah, that was, I don't know what happened with him. Yeah, he's been outside pretty much ever since then. And I think we're not going to be friends until he goes back to my sister's house. I think that pretty much did it for me. So, I need to go take care of my kiddos, so I will get off of here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.